Hi, I'm Claire from clairekerslake.com. I want to talk today in today's video about what to do if you hate to exercise. We know our bodies are meant to be active. It's a vital part of being healthy. But what do you do if you hate to exercise? Today I'll be sharing some tips that will help. The first tip is possibly reframe. How do you reframe how you think about exercise? Certainly in my life, there's a time I really hated to exercise and really struggled to exercise. And I can remember one morning it was dark and cold and I was putting my gym shoes on, and over in my head it was going, I hate to exercise and this is so hard, and on and on and on it went. And then out of the blue came a thought, am I making it easier or harder? And the reality is with those thoughts I was making it much harder. So I came to decide, okay, well first I tried, I love to exercise. And it did actually make it a lot better, even though I didn't really believe it. At least I was interrupting those thoughts that I hated to exercise. And I came to accept that, okay, exercise is just something that I do. Love it or loathe it, it's a part of my life. That's why I love the saying from Nike, just do it. Because, that might be an effective reframe for you. For instance, when we clean our teeth, we don't sort of think about whether we like to do it or don't do it. It's just a part of our life. It's part of being healthy. And similarly for exercise. For me, that reframe, I love it or just do it, really worked for me. Can you find some way to enjoy it? Is there a way that you can reframe that? Perhaps there's valuable me time. It might be a good chance to catch up with a friend, which I know we've talked about before. Perhaps it might be an opportunity for you to listen to podcasts or motivational music, or get out in nature, really help with that stress response, etc. Or you might be more of a gym buddy. So whatever works for you, think about ways that you can make it more enjoyable in your life. Fast exercise has been just such a game changer for me. And I've spoken about fast exercise before, but it's very short bursts of very high intensity exercise, which makes such a difference. It means the exercise is still effective, but very short time frame. So I'll leave the link to where I've reviewed that book, Fast Exercise by Dr. Michael Mosley, below. But shortening the time frame while still making the exercise very effective has been absolutely fantastic in my life. Thinking about where you're planning your exercise in is also really important. And then it's set in concrete, really. Leaving your exercise until you have time can be a real recipe for disaster. I find I tend to get my exercise done first thing in the morning, and it's over and done with, and you go through the day with this sort of smug feeling that, I've exercised today. So that really works for me. While on occasion I've exercised later in the day, it's certainly not as effective for me. So for you, working out the time that might work best can be quite useful. If you don't naturally love to exercise, building in some accountability can be really important. Might be a personal trainer, I've done that in the past, or perhaps setting some goals with a friend or meeting a friend to exercise. There's some great apps that you can use for accountability that I'll also link to below. While I never naturally love exercise, and it can sometimes be the first thing to go if life gets a bit rocky, it will always be a part of my life just because it's so vital for our health. I'd love to hear from you now. What ways can you share that you've made exercise more enjoyable for you? Let me know in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, head on over to the blog for more great articles, clairekerslake.com. I'd love to touch base with you there. In the meantime, have an awesome day.